Peace fam, it's your girl Kia, aka the Concrete Rose, and I'm back with another video. So as you guys can tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about the hawk. We are going to be finishing, well, not necessarily finishing, but we're going to be adding to my bird series on my channel. If you guys have not seen my other videos, I will link the playlist down below, and you guys can check out the other videos that I made. I think it was like almost a year ago at this point. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about the hawk. What could the hawk be? What could the hawk be symbolizing? You know, why is the hawk making its presence known in your life at this time? So I have been noticing the hawk for like a little minute, and at this time that the hawk started making its way into my life, I was really working on developing my spiritual gifts. I was really working on tapping into my intuition, getting to know my higher self a little bit more. So the hawk could symbolize, you know, your connection with your higher self, your connection with the divine, your connection with, you know, a higher consciousness outside of yourself. Hawks are known to be messengers of God. Okay, so the hawk could come into your life at a time when you're really trying to work on your intuition. It could come into your life when you're really trying to work on, you know, developing your psychic abilities, which the raven could also come in for that as well. But the hawk specifically connecting to your higher self, connecting to the Ori, connecting to that God force that lives within you, and the God force that lives all around you. You know, the hawk could be coming in to tell you, connect with God in your own way. Find your own ways of connecting with God. You know, I feel like a lot of us who step onto this spiritual path, a lot of us are coming from religious trauma. You know, a lot of us are coming from religions that made us feel small, religions that, you know, told us that it was bad to question, it was bad to, you know, not understand something, and, you know, to want to dig deeper in that. The hawk is coming to tell you that it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to explore your relationship with God. It's okay to, you know, try to develop your own language with God and with the divine energy that lives around you, that lives within you. You know, once you get deeper on your spiritual path, you will find that not everything that you know, research on Google resonates with the way that things show up in your own personal life, right? So the hawk is coming to tell you, like, you don't have to always follow the script. You know, you don't always have to connect with the divine source in the ways that majority of people will tell you to connect. You know, like, you can create your own language, you can create your own signs, you can create, like, you can literally speak out loud and talk to the divine and tell the divine, like, hey, it makes sense for me when you send this sign. It makes sense for me when you send this angel number. It makes sense when, you know, you tell this person to communicate with me in this way. You know, like, you can kind of construct your own language with the divine, and, you know, kind of create your own understanding of certain signs and symbols and synchronicities, you know, that make its way into your life. The hawk also comes in to tell you, like, you don't have to make it so confusing. Sometimes things are right in front of your face, but again, because we're coming from, you know, situations that try to confuse us, that try to, you know, overcomplicate things, we can be disconnected from, again, our higher self. We can be disconnected from the things that truly make sense to us because we're trying to make it make sense in the confines of society, in confines of these religious rules, right? And so the hawk is telling you, again, to just trust in yourself, trust in follow your heart, follow your intuition, you know, and truly, like, learn how to communicate out loud with God. You know, again, like, the hawk is known as being the messenger, right? And how do you send messages? You got to communicate, right? So speak out loud to God. Like, tell God, okay, like, this is what makes sense for me. You know, speak out loud to your angels, right? The hawk is also telling you, like, you have a dope ass spirit team, and they are ready and willing to listen to you. They are ready and willing to answer your prayers and to, you know, tap in with you. Like, if you're seeing hawks, it means like angelic protection is around you. Like, the angels are already near you. God is already near you. You know, a lot of times we feel like God is disconnected from us, or, you know, like God has stopped listening to us. Our angels and our ancestors, you know, and our spirit team has stopped listening to us. A lot of times, y'all, it's not them, it's us. Like, it's us that are disconnected from spirit, you know, because obviously we're living this human experience, right? We have jobs, we have bills, we have kids, we have spouses, we have, you know, responsibilities outside of just sitting there talking to spirit, right? And spirit understands that. But when you see the hawk and the hawk is coming in, the hawk is telling you to sit down and make time to specifically talk to spirit, specifically talk to your angels, specifically talk to God, specifically talk to the beings that surround you, that love on you, you know, and that care for you. Like, the hawk is coming to remind you that God is not disconnected from you. It is you who is disconnected from God. And literally, God is all around us. God is coursing within our bodies, you know? So it doesn't take that much work to connect to God. We just have to make time to sit down and dedicate that time, you know? And I know, like, a lot of people, you know, they kind of cringe a little bit at that God word, you know, but God could mean God, universe, the most high. I like to say the most high energy source, right? Like the universe, the divine source. Like, there's many different names for God, you know, spirit, angels, ancestors, right? Spirit animals, like, whatever the thing is that you feel most comfortable with connecting with, that is the thing, you know? So yeah, the hawk is just coming in to remind you to connect to your intuition, connecting your higher self, and to trust your intuition, trust your knowing, and trust the messages that you get, you know? Like, don't be so quick to listen to what everyone else is telling you, because along this path, a lot of people are going to tell you a lot of different things, right? Even with this video, like, honestly, you know, I'm sitting here telling you about my experience with the hawk and what the hawk has symbolized for me and how I've noticed it coming up on my journey. But truly, like, only you will know. And that is what the hawk is telling you. Like, only you will know. You know, you have to trust your inner self. You have to trust the knowing. And, you know, in certain spiritual spaces, we call that the gnosis. You know, like, you're building your gnosis. You're building, like, your little book of how things work for you, how things line up for you, you know, how spirit communicates with you, you know, like, you're building your own language again, when you're talking to the divine, when you're communicating with the divine. So the hawk is really telling you to trust in your intuition, trust in your inner knowing, trust in these signs and symbols that you're getting from the universe. And the hawk is also telling you that you can create your own signs and symbols, you know, like, you can talk out loud to the divine, to your spirit team, and, you know, let them know, like, this is what makes sense for me, you know, and they will listen. And yeah, y'all, like, that's basically all I wanted to say. I just wanted to speak on the hawk, because I've been said that I was going to make this video. And yeah, I just felt it on my spirit. You know, the hawk has really been showing up for me personally all last week, and I kept saying, okay, I'm gonna make this video, I'm gonna make this video, and I don't know, today I just felt the creative spark to make it. So yes, y'all, I hope and I pray that this video brought some clarity to you and your journey, and, you know, your relationship with the hawk, if it's been showing up for you. And yeah, I love y'all, and I will see y'all in my next video. Peace.